Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good
I don't know what kind of bee this is, but he's building a nest here, and this is why
Step 4,
we're going to be making the crochet bee nest to hang out to scare other bees away. So guys, today I'm sitting here on the floor and I'm going to work on this project of get my mess out of the way. So I saw this kind of, I guess it's like an old wives' tale that talks about when you have a lot of bees and wasps that like to build nests like on your covered porches and under decks and things. What old grannies used to do was take a paper bag. You could either stuff stuff in it or just puff it out, scrunch it up and hang it, and it would look like a big wasp's nest, and then it would scare away the wasps and bees and things from being in that area because there's a big wasp nest there already, so they're kind of territorial. So I've seen other ways of doing it with the paper bag. My neighbor has one. I'll put a picture of it here. But it's kind of like a Chinese Japanese lantern. It's like a paper lantern basically, and hers is hanging on her deck. I'll have to ask her. I'll put in here what she says about it, if it's working or not. And then I've always thought about crocheting one, so I sort of did. This one, obviously, I'm gonna like put some stuffing in it. And this one's kind of more narrow because I was just winging it with its roundness, but I'm gonna put some stuffing and hang this and see how it works. A crocheted one. Now I wanna crochet again, so this is yarn that I thrifted. But I thought, what about if I did it kind of in the old paper bag sort of motif, but what if I crocheted with plastic bags? So I'm going to show you how I make plastic bag yarn today, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to crochet something like this. It might be a little bit of a different shape, but to hang out as a fake bee or wasp nest that will possibly, I don't know if it's an old wives' tale or not, help keep away any bees from making nests under my covered porch or under my deck. I might even give one to my mom and my sister to try out. So we'll see how it goes making it with plastic bags. So I got all the, as you can see, Dollar Tree, one of my favorite stores. I got all the gray because I thought that those paper wasps nests and stuff sometimes have the same kind of color to them. So I thought it would match a little bit more than the white. So we're going to use all my gray bags. I have a crochet hook and I have a rotary tool here. And basically, the first thing I'm going to do is take the bags and I'm just going to cut. And I've done this before and cut them in all strings and like tied them together. But I recently watched Hollyana. I'll link her channel on here. She does a lot of crocheting and stuff too, and she recently made, I think, a purse out of yarn, which is what you can call this. And what she did was I'm gonna cut this bottom piece off. She cut them into like circular loops. I'm gonna go for like that 1 inch kind of size here. But she cut them into loops like this, so when you cut the bag, it stays a loop. You know, and then she just took the two pieces and you put them together like this and you pull through. Here we go. And we pull this one through in a loop. And then you can make a long thing, and it's doubled up so it's a little bit thicker than just that singular, which I like for this project. So that is how I'm going to be making all this. I'm going to take all these bags, cut them into about 1 inch wide. And I've done this, like I've made t-shirt yarn before. You can cut these, but I kind of like this technique of attaching them together. So it kind of works out pretty well. I'm gonna have some extra scraps, but maybe we'll use these to stuff inside it to fluff it up a little bit. Like this, when it's done and we want it to be fluffy and not flat. So, cutting those strips is what I'm gonna be doing. And then I'm just gonna be taking all of them and you lay them together like so. pull it up. See, that didn't work. Let me see if I can do this better on the ground here. So you loop them like that, pull one over, and then you pull it tight. This is not. Why am I having such trouble figuring this out? There we go. Haha. This is one I already tied. Shoot. Pulling it through, looping them together. We get a long run, and then I'll wind it all up. Yarn ball making. Okay guys, so here is my Plarn, my plastic bag yarn, and I have it here on my lap, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to start it. I'm going to make like, I don't think I'm going to do a magic circle. I'm just going to do like a little chain and then connect it and then just go around and around like I did the other. So just a couple chains, and you got to be careful not to pull this too tight because just crocheting loosely. And then I'm going to go in that first hole I made, do a single crochet into there, and then I'm just going to see, we'll try double, see how that works. So pull through two, pull through two. Oops. Now I'm just going to go around this little chain. Pull through two, pull through two. That's two. Two. So I'm kind of going in a circle here. I don't know if I've connected yet. Let's go back over here. Alright, so we're kind of around in that circle. I'm gonna put two in this next hole because we need to make it wider. And so you double up stitches, 2 stitches in one hole. Remember keeping like the tension like looser than you would imagine here. So there's one in that hole. Here's another, especially because this yarn is not equally even in some places. This Plarn. Do one in that hole, and then the next one I'm going to do 2 again. Alright y'all, so here it is. I'm almost done. I'm going to try and close it up. Like I said, you make a circle, you get wider, 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 and then you start skipping holes to make it get smaller again. And that's what I've been doing with this double crochet. So that's once around in the hole, pull through, then you pull through 2, pull through 2. I'll have to try and make a pattern for this because stuff in, to kind of puff it up, I'm gonna stuff in the extra pieces. So I think, let me tighten it up a little bit more. And then I'm gonna make a loop to hang it. One more stitch here. Don't have that much left. So now I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a little chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're gonna go across and hook it on to the other side. And I'm gonna end it right there. Pull it through, tie it off. And that's it. So we have this one that I made and this one that I made, and they're both, you know, this one's fatter, this one's a little skinnier. And I'm gonna stuff them both because, you know, we don't want it hanging out there looking like a flat wasp bee nest. So I'm gonna take all the extra clippings of the bags that I have here, like just all the weird pieces that couldn't go into a circle, and just put them in so it can fluff it up. So here it is. And then we're gonna hang it outside and see how it does, keeping the bees from nesting either under my deck or on my front porch. So we'll see how it goes. I'll show you how I hang it up. Alright, so I have some other white bags too from Food Lion, I think. But I'm just going to use those to fluff the rest of this guy up. I don't need too many, actually. There we go. So here is my 2 wasps' nests. I need to cut this. This is going to bother me if it's hanging out like this. I'll just pull it in better. But here we go. So there is my first fake bee nest beehive here on my porch. See if it keeps them away from starting any new nests. There's the second, the plastic bag, fake beehive under my deck here. There was a nest under here last year, so and look, here's one right here starting. See that little bee? So I'll have to come back and see if he goes away now that I put this here, if it'll scare him away. Look at that guy. If he doesn't, I'm gonna come knock him down. Get out of here, bro. We don't want any of your nests under here. There we go. Let's see if it works. Old wives' tale or worth it.